Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. This is U.S.N, the War in the Pacific from 1941 to 1943. It's an SPI flat pack. I bought it used. It's in well-used condition too. But let's take a look through it. If I haven't mentioned this before, I'm not really a fan of these plastic flat packs. I mean, it's nice that they have a counter tray, but they take up too much room, and if you sell the game and you want to ship it, it's more difficult to find a box that will fit it. Alright, here's the map, just a blue naval map. For the time, I guess it was alright. I mean, I wouldn't call it black. It's black, gray, and blue. So, so it looks like they had a blue map and just a gray. Put some grayscale printing on it, but I'm sure it's functional. There's Hawaii over there. New Guinea, Australia. Does it have Palau on here? There's Palau. I went scuba diving there. Quite a few sharks. Nice place to scuba dive. Alright, let's see what we have here. Have some really long reinforcement lists. So this is a time record and reinforcement chart. And on the other side, it's got land CRT and air CRT and air to surface CRT. I'm not sure what this one is. And here's your damage table. Here's your air mission allocation chart. Another one. And before we go through the rule book, here's an Allied Naval Air Unit strength chart. And here's the errata and some game notes. Let's go through the rule book. The rule book's in a strange format too. See if I can figure out where the first page is on this. I guess this is the first page here. I hate these one-page rule things. Other companies have done this too. I just can't stand it. Like one-page bulge and all that. And Raid on Iran was a single-page rule book. Well, that was the whole damn game was on a single page. But yeah, I would have rather this was in booklet form. If I decide to play this, I'm not going to use this rule book. I'm just going to jump on spigames.net and see if I can print out a PDF where it's in actual pages. It would be easier to read than dealing with this newspaper type thing. So I can't even tell which is page 2 here. Does this go from here to here? Is it going to the right or is it going down? I guess it's going to the right. So anyhow, here's your land units: ground attack strength, defense strength, movement allowance. Coastal defense has surface attack and defense. Alright, let's see if we can find a CRT. Oh, here, or not the CRT, the sequence of play. Here it is. Step 1, introduce new units to map sheet. Step 2, Japanese move air and naval units. Naval units engage in combat and bombardment. And then Allies move land units. And then Allies move air and naval units engage in combat and bombardment. And Allied land units attack both sides. Air units bomb targets. Allies move air and naval units engage in combat. Japanese move land units. Japanese move air and naval units have combat. And then Japanese land units attack both sides. Air units and bomb targets. And then you adjust the turn record sheet and the fuel and stuff. Now it goes here into more detail for the sequence of play. There's the movement rules. Combat supply rules. off-map movement 2, amphibious assaults. And it's going over air and naval bases, and looks like you have parachutists in here too. And here's your victory point schedule, so it looks like you win by victory points. Let's see what's on the other side of this. Alright, down here we have some optional rules. Alright, there's campaign game 1, December 1941 to 42. So that's the first scenario, I guess. And here's campaign game 2 from May 1942 to September 1942. And it looks like here's some mini games like the Battle of the Coral Sea, Battle of Midway down here, and Battle of the Eastern Solomons. Interesting. Down here we have the counter tray and the counters. Looks like it's no longer glued. Just standard NATO military symbols on most of them. Pretty rudimentary counters, but that's how things were in 1971. The game is actually older than I am. Thanks for watching. If you've tried this game, chime in the comments section and let us know what you thought of it. Have a good evening.